Third balance sheet reading skill. In this session, we'll understand what is return on investment by reading the balance sheet. When I say balance sheet, I mean it includes income statement also. So to understand the return on investment, we should have both the statements. One is the income statement, the other one is balance sheet. An income statement will have profits, and in balance sheet will have total assets. So if you can establish relationship between this profits and total assets, you will be able to understand what is the return that has been generated out of the investment. So you should have both the statement with you, both income statement and balance sheet. You should see what is the profits and what is the assets. But why I'm talking about profits on assets and not profits on sales? See, profits on assets is very important because all the funds have been used for creating the assets, and those assets should generate profit. So measuring the profit on total asset is the real return for the business. Profit on sales is something different, but profit on asset is something very important because all the money have been invested on this. So what the money has in turn generated, so that is a real performance measurement. So that's why this ratio, that is return on investment, is more critical, and it's more critical for the persons who have given the money. Fine. Now a question is, what is profit? Here I'm saying we have to take profit. But when we say profit, there are various types of profit. One is operating profit, two is profit before tax, three is profit after tax, and four, profit after dividend. So there are various, or say, four forms of profit. Which profit we should take for this analysis purpose? For that, I'll give you an operating statement. We'll understand, then we'll proceed further. Let us say there is a sales. So from sales, what we'll do is we'll deduct all the operating expenses. So from sales, if you deduct all the operating expenses, what you will get is called as operating profit. So this profit is before providing non-operating items, right? So from this operating profit, we can add or deduct the non-operating items. So that would give us profit before tax, or we can say it as profit after providing for non-operating items. So from this profit before tax, we'll pay tax, so less tax. So after paying tax, we'll have a profit that is called profit after tax, and from this profit only owners will be paid dividends, right? So less dividend. So what you will have as retained profit. This profit is retained within the business. Now the question is, which profit we should consider for measuring the overall business performance? I mean, when I say overall business performance, overall assets, what it has generated. See, the overall assets have generated what is known as operating profit, because assets are basically for operations, and those assets have generated operating profit. If there are some additions or subtractions because of non-operating items, it is not out of operations, it is not out of assets. So the real profit which has to be looked into for analyzing the overall business performance is this operating profit. So we'll see how it will be computed. Operating profit will be divided by total assets, and this would give us return on all funds employed, or it can also be called as return on capital employed. So again, I'll give you those four types of profit. One is operating profit, profit before tax, profit after tax, and profit after dividend, right? We are concerned about the funds generated out of total business. So total business means total assets. Total assets is out of total funds. So we are concerned about total funds. When I say total funds, that includes both the owner's fund and outsiders fund. So only this operating profit will be able to enable the business to pay interest on loan, right? Because this operating profit is before interest on loan. PBT is after interest on loan. So between these two, there lies an element called interest, and that interest can be serviced only out of operating profit. So this is the profit that has been earned for paying the lenders also. So operating profit only is available for paying interest on loan. So it is with interest and owner's funds total assets are created. So total assets means we are talking about total funds. So total funds is nothing but borrowed funds plus own funds. That's why we were focusing on operating profit. Hope you would appreciate now. Operating profit is a profit available for covering the interest on loan, right? Covering the interest on loan. Hence, operating profit is the appropriate indicator for measuring the overall return on funds. But if you are not concerned about overall return on funds, but if you are concerned only about what is the return available for owners, not for all the people who had given funds, but only for the owners, then we have to look into this element, that is profit after tax. So owners funds should be compared with profit after tax, whereas total funds should be compared with operating profit. So comparing these two would tell you the overall business efficiency, whereas comparing the owners funds and profit after tax would tell you what is the profit that is available for owners. So operating profit divided by total funds would give us return on assets, or it can also be called as return on capital employed, or say the owner's investment. I'm sorry, I'll call it as return on capital employed. And profit after tax divided by owner's funds, or say shareholder funds, would give us what is the return on owner's investment. So we'll take a simple number example. We'll take a balance sheet and an income statement. So I'll give you the funds brought in by the owners in the business is say 40, and the outsiders have brought in 60. So the total funds is 100, and with which assets worth 100 have been created. And I'll also give their income details. Their sales is 100, operating profit is 50, and profit after tax is 20. So with this information, whether we can calculate return on asset, answer is very much yes, because return on asset will establish a relationship between what? Operating profit, which is here, and the total assets. So operating profit and total assets relationship would tell you what is the return on assets. So it's operating profit divided by total assets, which is 50 divided by 100, so it's 50%. So here the return on asset is 50%. Next, can we calculate return on owner's funds? It is very much yes. We can establish a relationship between the profit available for owners, which is profit after tax, and here the owner funds are 40. So profit after tax and owner's funds, a relationship has been created now. So profit after tax divided by owner's funds would give us what is the return for owner's funds, which is 20 divided by 40, so it's 50%. Thank you.
Are you struggling in understanding banking credit-related matters like financial ratio analysis, cash flow and fund flow analysis, fund-based and non-fund-based products, term loan appraisal? Then this course is for you. Banking Credit Analysis Process. Enroll now. More details in description below.